Meg Ryan's son is all grown up, and he might look familiar to you. When you're having fun or with kids, time goes by quickly. No matter how you look at it, having kids and seeing them grow up is the best way to understand how old you are. Everyone indeed gets older. Luckily and strangely enough, this normal process doesn't affect famous parents who look young even as their children grow up. Look at how young Madonna looks, even though she has grown children. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has a daughter who's now in high school, but his face looks as young as a rock. Other people would probably look worn out and tattered, but these famous parents of boys and girls could pass as their brothers. Keep watching to learn who they are. Michael Jordan's son, Marcus Jordan. The decision by Marcus Jordan to follow in the footsteps of his famous father and become a basketball player put him in a tough spot. Marcus has big shoes to fill since he's Michael Jordan's son. His basketball skills were good enough to get him a scholarship, but he chose to quit the team in 2012. Marcus became aware that his true calling was not hoops, but shoes. In the end, he opened a shoe shop in 2016 called the Trophy Room. In Orlando, Florida's Disney World, the store opened on the date that was written on his and his dad's shirt numbers. Dog the Bounty Hunter's daughter, Lissa Chapman. You can see Lissa Chapman, Dog the Bounty Hunter's daughter, on his dad's TV show. Lissa Ray Britton is her mother. She's Dog's third wife. Even before she was on TV, Lissa had her fair share of problems. She got pregnant when she was only 14. There were also charges against her in 2011 for attacking a police officer and criminal damage to property. Luckily, Lissa was able to get through these problems. She wrote a book called Walking on Eggshells, Discovering Strength and Courage Amid Chaos, that talks about how she overcame these problems. Sam Elliott's daughter, Cleo Cole Elliott. Cleo Cole Elliott was born with good genes. Mama is Catherine Ross, who you may know from her part as Elaine Robinson in The Graduate. Her dad's Sam Elliott. Sam's most well-known part was as Virgil Earp in the movie Tombstone. Even though her parents were stars, Cleo Cole chose a job that was not in Hollywood. Now that she's an adult, Cleo Cole's a singer who learned Italian opera. Later, she put out her first record, No More Lies, which sadly didn't do well with listeners. There are reports that Cleo has had violent habits since she was a kid. When she was 26, she made death threats against her mother, so her mother got a protection order against her. Steve Irwin's daughter, Bindi Irwin. A show he hosted with his wife Terry called The Crocodile Hunter made Steve Irwin famous all over the world. Steve sometimes showed his whole family on the show in some episodes. Steve Irwin's daughter, Bindi, grew up with many wild animals all around her. When Bindi's father died, she was 8 years old. However, Bindi is determined to carry on the work that her father began. Since then, Bindi has been in a lot of movies and TV shows. Dancing with the Stars' 21st season ended, and she was on it. Crikey is the name of her show. The Irwins are here. She's also finishing up a Certificate 3 in tourism at the moment. Jim Carrey's daughter, Jane Carrey. James Carrey has a daughter named Jane with his ex-wife, Melissa Womer. When she was born in 1987, her father made sure she had a normal life away from the fame and cameras of Hollywood. Jane was seen at some red carpet events, but her dad made sure she didn't have to deal with the stress of the job. That being said, Jane did try out for American Idol in 2012. She was turned down after her weak performance, which was too bad. Don't worry though, her dad got a deal to sing the theme song for his movie Dumb and Dumber 2. O.J. Simpson's daughter, Sydney Simpson. Popular athlete named O.J. Simpson is accused of killing his wife. Even though he was famous, his kids were able to stay out of the public eye the whole time he was on trial. She is the youngest of O.J. Simpson's children. O.J. says that he plans to move in with Sydney when he gets out of jail early. Sydney graduated from Boston University and now lives in St. Petersburg, Florida, where she runs Simpsy LLC, a limited liability business. She and her brother lived with their grandparents while her father was on trial, but when she was a teenager, she moved to Florida to live with her dad. Phil Collins' daughter, Lily Collins. Phil Collins is a singer, and Jen Tavelman is an actor. Lily Collins was born into fame. When she was only 2 years old, she had her first movie parts in Growing Pains. Then, in 2007, Glamour magazine named her International Model of the Year, but that was just the start of her career. Collins recently played in Emily in Paris, a Netflix original show that got her fans all over the world. The actor has also written a book. Her first book, Unfiltered, No Shame, No Regrets, Just Me, came out in 2017. Eric Roberts' daughter, Emma Roberts. Oscar-nominated actor Eric Roberts is Emma Roberts' father, and Julia Roberts is his sister. Emma Roberts has made a name for herself as an actress. She began playing when she was 10 years old and went on to play the lead in Nickelodeon's Unfabulous. The star's been in TV shows like Scream Queens and American Horror Story. She's also been in movies like We're the Millers. Roberts had her first child, a boy named Rhodes, on December 27, 2020. Ice Cube's son, O'Shea Jackson Jr. Ice Cube and his son are likely the same person because the son became a rapper and Ice Cube raised him. O'Shea Jr. even played his NWA rapper father as an actor in the 2015 movie Straight Outta Compton, which was about Ice Cube's 1980s group. Since then, O'Shea's been in a lot of movies like Den of Thieves and Ingrid Goes West. Lionel Richie's daughter, Sophia Richie. Sophia Richie is not such a young girl anymore. She is the youngest daughter of Lionel Richie and Diane Alexander. Richie was born in 1998 and started modeling when she was 14 years old. At 15, she got her first job with Mary Grace Swim, a company that makes swimwear. She keeps getting attention as a fashion model by working with big names like Chanel and Tommy Hilfiger. A lot of people knew her from her relationship with reality TV star Scott Disick. Dennis Quaid's son, Jack Quaid. Even though Meg Ryan and Dennis Quaid's marriage didn't work out, they did have a kid. Their only child is Jack Quaid, who was born in 1991. In the year 2000, they said they were splitting up, and a year later it was official. It was hard for Jack when his parents got divorced, but he's still friendly with both of them. Taking after their lead, he became an actor himself and has since landed big parts in Vinyl, The Hunger Games, and most recently, he was the lead role in Amazon's The Boys. Arnold Schwarzenegger's son, Patrick Schwarzenegger. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Maria Shriver are popular, so we get to see him and his siblings grow up in the public eye. In the movie The Benchwarmers, Schwarzenegger had a small part when he was 10 years old. He learned how to act with his father when he was a kid. He's played minor parts in a lot of movies. In 2018, he got his first major role in Midnight Sun. People have told Patrick many times that he looks a lot like his father and praised his work. Magic Johnson's son, Andre Johnson. The NBA great has 3 kids, with Andre Johnson being the oldest. It was 1981 when Andre was born, and Magic was seeing Melissa Mitchell. Andre and his brothers don't live a Hollywood lifestyle like Magic does. They like to keep things low-key. Magic's a father of 2, which makes him a grandfather of 2. He has a show called Please Elaborate and loves the NBA and spending time with his family.